Welcome everyone, Joe with ECRM here, and with me is Bruce from Discount Drug Mart, and we're going to talk about tariffs, which has been on everybody's mind lately, but it may not be as bad as everybody's worried about. So Bruce, thank you for joining us, and can you tell us a little bit, first before we get into the tariff conversation, tell everybody a little bit about Discount Drug Mart.
Well, we've been around since 1969, Joe. It's been a heck of a ride. And we have 79 stores, all in Ohio, from Youngstown to Cincinnati. We border West Virginia and Pennsylvania as well, and Kentucky. And we've had great success. We're sort of well, our slogan is we save you the runaround. We sort of have a little bit of everything. You need plants, we have them. You need groceries, we have them. Full line of groceries. Our stores are 2,800 square feet, to 3,000. Obviously, it's not a typical drugstore. We have delis in our stores, restaurants in our stores. So we have a little bit of everything for everybody. And we do very, very well in the state of Ohio, and we always welcome new customers.
And so now here we're a month after Liberation Day. So there's been a lot of panic about the uncertainty and everything. But you have an interesting take on it, which I happen to agree with. But can you talk a little bit about your feelings, what you're seeing out there, and how you're reacting to it?
Well, my old football coaches say, Joe, block out the noise. And I think that's the best thing right now is just block out the noise. You're going to have a lot of politics put into this, as everybody has seen. And I think there's no reason really to panic right now. I think cooler heads are going to prevail. And there's always that backup plan that you have to have. But I think, and when you look at the overall global and what both countries, a lot of countries have to lose, not just China, but a lot of countries have to lose. I think we expect, and I've talked to Dave Batos, our senior vice president, and Todd Ballard, our vice president, and I said, "What's your take on this?" And Dave has been around since Dave was hired in 1970, so Dave's been around a long time. He's a grizzled veteran, and Dave said, I'm thinking July that things will get done, and Todd says definitely in August before Christmas because China's not going to want to lose that business, and a lot of other countries that are also thrown in there, they're not going to lose this business. And that's the bottom line is when you start moving business out of countries and putting them in other countries, and things start to get noticed and things start to get a little antsy, and people start to think maybe this wasn't a good idea. So we're telling you we believe right now to maybe just forget the noise a little bit and let it go through and see what happens the next couple of months. We expect a resolution very quickly.
Gotcha. So what is happening in your meetings with brands? Has it changed your approach? Has it changed their approach?
That's a very good question. A lot of them are moving their operations now to Turkey. A lot, which we were surprised. But when we heard, we had dinner last night with a couple of vendors from Turkey, and they were telling us about all the things they have there and the modern amenities. And then a lot of them are going to South America as well. So everybody had a backup plan. And it was funny when you talk to these people, this thing is tariffs has just made the news last 3 months, but these people have been preparing for a year. So they have their backup plan. And I said, would you go back to China? And they said, we will go where the best business environment is. And right now, the best business environment, at least what we've seen, has been Turkey. The country of Turkey and South America, a lot of Brazil, Colombia. So the vendors are very smart. These products are incredibly great. And the people you bring in, they're first class. Everybody here is first class. The whole setup here, if you don't do ECRM, you've got to have your head examined. This is unbelievable, phenomenal. And so these people come in, they have a game plan, they're ready to go, and here's what we're going to do. But if this doesn't work, we're going to go to plan B. And they all have it, and they're all. I don't foresee any major issues here, and I don't think there's any reason to panic right now.
Gotcha. And we've been through this kind of before 2 years ago when we had the supply chain bottlenecks, and everybody got a little exercise in.
Do you remember COVID?
Yeah. So everybody had that exercise of finding new sources, new ways of doing business. So I think if anything, sure, it's tough right now. Some people I think are overreacting, but once we get through this, it should make everybody stronger and better at what they do, more resilient.
Yeah, and this is. How long we've been around? It's been this has been 100 years, and you have ups and downs in the economy, you have ups and downs in supply chains. This is nothing new. The great news, at least what I've seen in these meetings, is that everybody has a backup plan. Everybody has a game plan. Everybody has, if this doesn't work, here's what we're going to do. There is nobody here right now today that says, well, if this falls apart, we're really in pickle. Everybody says, here's our backup plan. And they're all very, very good. And so I don't, and again, Dave Batosh, he's always been right on the money. I've known him for 30 years. He's been right on the money every time. And he says, hey, give this thing a couple of months and see what happens, because cooler heads are going to prevail, and there are smart people up there, and forget what the media tells you, because they've been wrong now the last 10 years. When was the last time the media's ever been right?
Yeah.
And really look at what's going on. And these vendors that are here today, they really have a great take on it. And you can tell they have their act together, they have a game plan, and they have a backup plan if in fact something has to happen. Like we met someone today, said, look, yeah, we're in China right now, but we've already got operations up and running in Brazil. We're ready to go. So that's the type of people we have here, the quality of people, and the people's thought process. I think everybody's right on the right page right now.
Excellent.
I wouldn't panic at all, Joe. I
All
think you're in good shape.
You heard him.
Yeah.
Don't panic. Chill out for a little bit, and eventually this will all kind of even out.
Fans, get yourself to an ECR event right now, today.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Great seeing you.